Here in my garage, got this new Superbird here. And like the Buffett Warden billionaire says, let's put in the engine. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Saka here, and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. When we last left off, we stripped down this Superbird, as per usual. We got all of the parts off, repaired what we could, and now it's time for the rebuild, and today we are focusing on the engine. Before we begin, I'll go ahead and look at the tuning parts, and go ahead and buy all the things that we need for this car that is tuner related. So we are going to need an alternator. We're going to need a camshaft V8 OHV. We are going to need a 4-barrel carburetor. We are going to need a clutch plate, a clutch pressure plate. We are going to need engine head V8 OHV, and we're going to need 2 of those, like so. We are going to need 2 exhaust manifold V8 OHVs, right there. We're going to need a flywheel. We're going to need a fuel pump and a fuel filter eventually. But I'm not sure this thing has a fuel filter. I'll hold off for now. The fuel pump is when we do the fuel tank. We're not going to buy that just yet. But we will need an ignition coil B. We will need the distributor. We're going to need the distributor cap. We're going to need the rotor. We're going to need the ignition wires, the V8 ignition wires. We are going to need, well, it's a shame, but we don't have a 1-carb intake manifold here, but we do need 8 pistons with con rods, like so. We're going to need the power steering pump V8. We're going to need the round air filter 1-carb. We're going to need 8 brand new spark plugs, like so. And we don't need a throttle, turbo, or supercharger. So that is everything performance-based that we can do. Now it's time to put this guy back together. So, first thing, we're going to go to part mount. We're going to mount the engine block first and foremost. We have 2 good engine blocks. I think I'll store that other one in the warehouse for sure. Brand new shiny engine block, just like that. We do need a fuel filter here, which we have a broken one. So let's go back in here and get this high-performance fuel filter, like so. We'll put that big boy in there. Ah, nice and red. The camshaft V8 OHV, we want the 2% increase in horsepower camshaft, like that. The cam gear. All right, we've got some busted cam gear V8 OHVs. We can do the ignition distributor, and that is a 5% performance increase. Nice and chromy. We need the rotor, and that is the 0.5 rotor there. The distributor cap is this guy here, the 1.5% ignition cap. Then we're going to need 2 clips. This one only came with 1 clip B, but luckily I have those 2 clip Bs from the other car that we can place on. There's our ignition coil B. 4% power increase there. High power output. Power. And I believe, unless we repaired the brake servo, yes we did, we have the brand new recharged battery we can put in. The power steering pump V8, 1.5% increase in performance, like that. The alternator, similarly, the 1.5% performance alternator. All right. And everything is looking good from the top. Now, the next step is the camshaft and everything under the engine. We may put in the leaf spring rear drive axle, but I want to focus on the engine so we won't worry too much about the flywheel and things like that. But the crankshaft V8 OHV, we have a good one there. And we can put in our crankshaft bearing caps, like so. There's no high-performance crankshaft bearing caps. Luckily, I have enough from the other car. We did break a couple from repairs, so we've got 100% there. We can actually go ahead and put on the transmission. We just won't hook up the drive shaft yet. There is our 100%, 3% increase flywheel, our 1.7 clutch plate, the 0.9 pressure plate, and everything. High performance has that chrome and red hue to it that separates it. So we need a clutch release bearing. All right, that's going to be in the gearbox. And that's the power boost. Nope, we are going to need the main shop gearbox clutch release bearing there. $29. Well spent. Like so. And then we can put on the gearbox, which is perfect. Hopefully we were able to repair that starter V8 right here. And indeed we were. Brand new starter. And then that's going to hook up to the drive shaft. Did we get the leaf? Yeah, we got the leaf spring. So we'll go ahead and connect the good drive shaft. And that will complete the assembly to the rear end. All right, so that's everything we can do from the bottom. Now we have to lower the car again and start putting in those pistons with Conrod. But we are going to need to buy some brand new piston rings. So when we place the piston with Conrod, it's like, yeah, here's our awesome performance pistons, but we've got burnout piston rings. So we're going to need to buy 8 brand new piston rings here. That's going to be in the engine. That's going to be down here a bit. And there we go. Piston rings. Buy 8 of those real quick. And then we'll be ready to put in the pistons and then work our way to the top. Just like that. These pistons are midnight black, which is kind of cool. I wish we were able to see them, but to no avail. They're going to be buried under those brand new engine heads. All right, all 8 pistons going in, like so. Once all 8 pistons are in, we can work either on one side or we can sort of keep it symmetrical. And for my OCD and yours, I'll keep it symmetrical. So one engine head, V8 OHV, the 9% increase right there. Bolt those down. Just like that. And we'll work on the other side as well, the other 9% increase. And all these extra parts, we can either sell them, but I'm doing pretty good on money, so I'll go ahead and keep all these extra parts. Intake manifold, we were not able to repair the intake manifold 1 carb. So that's going to be up top here. Intake manifold 1 carb, 80 bucks. I kind of wish this was a dual carb, because the performance increase would be much better. For the next car, we might try to find one that's a dual carb. This 4-barrel carburetor, 12% increase right there. Nice red chrome and shiny. The filter base we've repaired. And then we put our round air filter, 1% increase, and it is nice and red as well. And the round air filter cover like that. So that's everything on the top of the engine. Now we can work on the sides, and this is the tedious part. Well, we can go ahead and put in the spark plugs. We bought 8 brand new ones of those. So these are going to be red spark plugs here. And then we should be able to put on the plug wires, which are also red. So general rule of thumb, as you make your way from car show to car show, if something is red, it gives it like 100 more horsepower. That's what I'm getting from this DLC. All right, 1 and final 1 there. And then the V8 ignition wires, like so. And that is ignition wires done. Exhaust manifold V8, we have 2.8% increases there. Nice and chrome. And then we'll go ahead and move to the other side. Now, unfortunately, the timing section doesn't have any additional performance parts on it. Nothing like the water pump or anything like that. Just power steering and alternator. So that is cinched down there. Now we need 16 valve push rods and 16 rocker arms. So this kind of adds up. Valve push rods are down here on the bottom, just standard old valve push rods. We need 16 of these, 8 on each side. And then we also need rocker arms. Just your standard yield rocker arm here. 16 of those. Just like that. So then we'll put in all the push rods, one at a time. And then we'll work on the rocker arms. Just keep on keeping on. Luckily, the game puts all the 100% parts nice and front, so you can just sort of double click and speed up your build process here. Rocker arms here, nice and shiny. Then the head covers, I don't know if we were able to successfully repair those. We'll see whenever we put them on, whether or not they're going to be in perfect condition or not. Just 2 more here, and then we can try to put on the cover. Yes, we got a good one. Outstanding, just like that. Now the V8 OHV, the head covers are not interchangeable because this one has the oil fill plug, the other one does not. So you have to make sure that when you go into buy mode that you know exactly which engine head cover you're buying. Because I've made that mistake once or twice, just seeing V8 head cover and buying it, and it's the wrong side. This is the tedious part about the V8 OHV engine, is all these rocker arms and valve push rods. But this is the part of the engine that takes the longest, as it's a bunch of small parts. Other engines like the inline 6 is not too awful bad. The orange engine that you find in the old Ford, they look like the old Ford pickup trucks. They're not too awful bad. And we do have a good, perfect cover. Outstanding. Alrighty. So that is everything in the top of the engine. Now we have the timing section here. Cam gear. We don't have a good cam gear V8 OHV. And I'm just going to throw a guess and say we don't have a good timing chain V8 OHV either. Alright, so we need the cam gear V8 OHV. And we've got the timing chain V8 OHV. Like so. Like so. Then did we repair the timing cover? Yes, we did indeed. Jeez, this radiator is getting in my way. There we go. Water pump is good. We have a 100% water pump there. Water pump pulley needs to be purchased, and the crankshaft pulley needs to be purchased. All right, just down here should be the crankshaft pulley V8 OHV, and then we need the water pump pulley V8 OHV right there. Luckily, nice cheap parts that you can't repair, but it's not a big deal. Now, I don't believe this, excuse me, I don't believe this car had anything past this. No serpentine belts or radiator fans, but I might have got a radiator fan off the last one. But either way, we definitely need serpentine belt A, V8 OHV, like that, and serpentine belt B, V8 OHV, right there. And that will allow us to put on the radiator fan. So there we go. There we go. Radiator fan. We got a good one of those. Outstanding. All right, then the radiator C. We've got a couple good ones there. All right, all that's left in this engine compartment is to complete the bottom. So now that we have the pistons in, we can put the rod caps on. Hopefully we have 8 perfectly good rod caps. We have plenty, it looks like. Looks like we got pretty lucky in repairing those rod caps. So we'll put those on nice and easy. And then once we get that, we'll get the oil pan and the oil filter, and we'll actually be able to fill this guy up with oil. And I would say start the car, but we don't have a front seat. Oil pan is good. Just like that. The drain plug gets put in automatically. And we don't have a oil filter V8 OHV, unfortunately. That's down here, the black one. I like the fact that all of the oil filters are color-coded. So if you know you're looking for a black oil filter, then you are all set. All right, let's fill this bad boy up. All right, take the oil fill plug. You know you're good on oil when the bottle goes pretty well parallel. So it's filling up, it's filling up, it's filling up, and it'll dip, and then you're good. Oil is filled. Now, do we have a readout of potential horsepower? 269, so I think we need to put it on the dyno. But I could be wrong, but look at all this 100%. Already the car is worth $38,900 if we did nothing else to it. But I mean, that's not the way we roll. All right, so I think what I'll do to close out the episode, we have some time. I'll go ahead and balance some tires. So looking at this tire, what do you mean there's no items to work with? Oh, install. So we have these retro rims, 14-inch. We need vintage tire, 215/75, size 14. 215/75 vintage tire. We could put some racing tires on it, but vintage tire, the RF Goodwin. We need size, crap, I forgot. I always do that. I always are like, yeah, I can go in there. That's in the suspension here. I'll go in there, I'll remember the tire, and I don't. 215/75, 14, right? Just to double check here. 275, 15, 14. 215/75, 14. Yes. Now you set the size first, then you go 275. No? Am I wrong again? You're probably screaming at me. 215/75, 14. Oh, man. 215/75, 14. Buy 4 of those, $400. And we'll go ahead and... No, not separate. We need to mount the tires, please. There we go. And then once these get put on the rim, I'll throw them on the wheel balancer and get them going. We'll take it, balance, you, go ahead, and then install you and you, and we'll keep sort of a rotation going. And then that way, once we do the suspension, we won't have to worry about coming back for the tires. All right, take, install you and you, vintage tire, take, balance, you, like that. And then when this one's done, we will mount one more tire, install you and you, and then we've just got 2 tires to balance. And as you can see, the mounting process, much quicker than the balance. There we go, take and then balance. We've got 2 tires left. And then I think we can also put on the body panels that we've repaired up. Things like the glass and the license plate, and yes, the license plate actually counts in the car condition. We can't repair those. Oh, the trunk. Can't believe I didn't get the trunk. Can we repair the trunk? Yes. There we go. Trunk is repaired. Nice and easy. All right, we'll go ahead and take that. Anything to balance? Yes, one more to balance. Let's go ahead and mount these parts then. Assemble mode. We have a 100% trunk, and we're going to paint it anyway. No need to really match them up. We weren't able to do the taillights, so we'll leave that off. License plates. We've got a 99, but not a 100, unfortunately. The left door is good. The mirror should be good. We'll keep the glass off. We've got the fender. We've got a hood. We've got a front bumper. Did we get the headlights? No, we did not, so the headlights will remain off. Fender. Door. And then we've just got glass. Oh, and the mirror. So we've just got the glass. We've got the lights and the license plates. And then the body will be fully placed. Then we have the interior, of course. All right, so next episode, I believe we will be ready to start working on the suspension. The suspension isn't bad. I think we'll be able to do the whole thing in one episode. You know what? I'm feeling frisky. Let's go ahead and get the rear suspension on, There's less parts to do for the rear suspension. And I think we've repaired most of them, so we can knock them out. Yep. Knuckle cover B. We can at least get the rear tires on. No. Part unmount. You can tell very quickly what parts are junk. There we go. We've got 4 good wheel hubs, 4 good rear drive axles. All right, how about the cylinder? We've got 1 good cylinder, 4 good brake shoes, no good brake drums. So we're gonna have to buy 2 brake drums and 1 cylinder then. Main shop, the brakes, 1 cylinder and 1 brake, or 2 brake drums, as we could not repair those. I think we repaired the cylinders for the front, so that shouldn't be bad. We'll go ahead and mount these beautiful tires, like so. Nice, looking good. We've got 2 good leaf springs. Shock absorbers, no, we weren't able to repair. Were we able to get the spring plates? Yes, indeed. And how about the U-bolts here? That, clickety-click. There we go. Oh, plenty of U-bolts. We got U-bolts for days. It's Usain Bolt. Nice and fast. All right, so the leaf springs are going to need 4 small rubber bushings, and we need 2 rear suspension Bs. All right, so rear shock absorber Bs, we need 2 of those. 4 small rubber bushings for our leaf springs here. And we should be able to do that. Awesome, and then can we sneak it in? Yes, we can. Just like so. Rear shock absorber Bs. Hop on over here. And then just get the leaf springs in. And the Usain bolts. And then the rear suspension should be nearly done. We could always put in the fuel tank, but I think that'll be the last thing we do. And the improved performance fuel pump. We may have to buy that. Solid rear drive axle. And then we should be all set for our brand new cylinder, our repaired brake shoes, our drum, and our tire. Outstanding. So that is where we are sitting now. The rear tires are on and the rear suspension is done. In the next episode, we will work on the front suspension, the rest of this body, tune it up, and take it out. So I think we've got one more episode out of this until we have a completely, fully functioning Tempest Magnum. We'll see how much horsepower this thing packs, and if the response on this series is pretty good, I may do another car. If not, I'll find something else to do. But that's going to do it for me in this episode of Car Mechanics Simulator, ladies and gentlemen. Car is coming along swimmingly, but like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next Car Mechanics Simulator 2018 video. Take care.